As the lifeblood of ancient civilizations and a symbol of sustenance, the drying up of the Euphrates River sends shockwaves through the world. Questions arise. What is causing this catastrophic event? And even more, a shocking discovery happened after it dried up that sent shockwaves again. Is there a deeper end-time significance hidden within the river's decline? So join us in this video to know the mysteries surrounding the Euphrates River's drying and the significance of end-time prophecies. The Euphrates River, a magnificent waterway stretching across Western Asia, weaves through Turkey, Syria, and Iraq before merging with the Tigris and eventually reaching the Persian Gulf. Its grandeur extends over 1,700 miles, while the basin it nourishes spans an impressive 190,000 square miles. During the spring season, when rainfall and melting runoff increase, the Euphrates River experiences a surge in water levels, transforming its surroundings into a lush haven. The river's course meanders through the mountains of southeast Turkey, nurturing a xeric woodland teeming with remarkable vegetation. Along its banks, one can marvel at the abundance of plants and trees such as rose and plum, pistachio and oak. In less hospitable environments, cereal grains like wheat, rye and oat thrive, adapting to drier conditions. Beyond its scenic allure, the Euphrates River holds immense historical significance. It served as a lifeline for ancient civilizations, with numerous cities flourishing along its shores. From Sippar to Nippur, Shuruppak to Mari, Ur to Urkuk, these communities reveled in the wealth that water bestowed upon them. Moreover, the river's fertile banks provided the agricultural nourishment that sustained these societies. The first recorded mention of the Euphrates River dates back to ancient texts discovered in Shuruppak and pre-Sargonic Nippur, originating from the mid-3rd millennium BCE. Referred to as Buranuna, an ancient Sumerian term. Its name bears a striking resemblance to Sippar, an ancient city nestled in present-day Iraq. This linguistic connection suggests a profound intertwining of significance and divinity between the city and the mighty river. Significance of the Euphrates in religion. Islam holds a fascinating prophecy about the Euphrates River. It is foretold in a hadith that a gold mountain will be unearthed beneath the river before the apocalypse. However, this discovery will ignite fierce conflicts, resulting in the loss of many lives. This event is considered one of the minor signs that herald the arrival of Judgment Day, as narrated in Sahih Muslim 2894c. Abu Huraira reported that Allah's Messenger, peace be upon him, said, "The last hour would not come unless the Euphrates would uncover a treasure of gold, so whoever finds it should not take anything out of that." In Christianity, the Book of Revelation mentions the Euphrates River, the final part of the New Testament, written by John the Apostle. It describes a series of events that serve as indicators of the second coming of Jesus Christ. Revelation chapter 16 verse 12 depicts the drying up of the great river Euphrates as the sixth angel poured out his bowl. This drying up prepares the way for the kings from the east. The river Frat, mentioned in Genesis chapter 2 verse 14, is also identified as the Euphrates. Why is the river drying up? Disturbing reports have emerged, revealing the distressing reality of the Euphrates River drying up. Recent studies conducted by the University of Arizona have exposed a shocking truth. The river's flow has plummeted by over 60% in the last century. This dramatic decline can be attributed to the construction of dams and irrigation projects in Turkey, Syria, and Iraq. To make matters even more perplexing, an unknown factor has exacerbated the situation, confounding experts who struggle to comprehend its origins. The drying of the Euphrates River can be attributed to various causes, including the proliferation of dams, recurring droughts, flawed water policies, and rampant misuse. In Iraq, families relying heavily on the river are grappling with a desperate water shortage. However, the primary culprit behind the river's decline is a marked decrease in rainfall, plunging the nation into the grips of the worst drought it has ever witnessed. Climate change and rising temperatures further compound the woes of Iraq and its neighboring regions. This enduring problem has persisted for decades, wreaking havoc on over 7 million individuals who bear the brunt of the river's desiccation. As rainfall diminishes, temperatures soar, and the river dries up, crops wither away, compelling over 800 families to abandon their homes in the villages bordering the Euphrates River. Regrettably, the Tigris, another biblical river, has also fallen victim to this calamity, experiencing a decline in water levels and gradually drying out. This alarming reduction in flow has dealt a severe blow to the region, triggering water scarcity and jeopardizing the livelihoods of those dependent on the river for farming and fishing. Discovery under the Euphrates River, an ancient site. The Euphrates River's diminishing waters have unveiled a treasure trove of ancient archaeological sites, some of which remained hidden until now. Ratib Ali Al-Kubaisi, the director of Anbar Province's Antiquities Department, views this drought as a golden opportunity. Ratib said around 75 archaeological sites had been partially excavated before the rising waters submerged them. These sites spanned a vast timeline, ranging from 3000 BC to the Sumerian and Roman eras. Unfortunately, the area also housed ancient Jewish settlements that succumbed to the flooding. However, the receding waters have granted Ratib access to previously unreachable locations. Among these discoveries is a cliff adorned with pre-Christian tombs. Although water damage has taken its toll, their historical value remains intact. The area is brimming with riches, jewelry, coins, and documents can be found, Ratib remarks. He expresses his heartfelt desire to resume excavations in these sites if sufficient funding and resources are available to complete the work that began many years ago. The excitement of new finds extends beyond the known archaeological sites. Ratib and a colleague stumble upon a stone wall scattered with pottery shards. Their excitement builds as they identify it as a Roman-era irrigation ditch. Ratib exclaims, "I've never seen this site before. When we excavated this area decades ago, it was buried beneath the soil, but the receding waters have uncovered it." So, is the Euphrates drying up the fulfillment of an old prophecy? According to the biblical prophecy, the last days will witness a remarkable event, the drying up of the Euphrates River. This drying up is significant because it will pave the way for the kings of the East to make their entrance. The Euphrates River, with its vast expanse spanning over 1,800 miles and an average width of 300 yards, has historically served as a formidable natural barrier for armies. As revealed in Revelation chapter 16 verse 12, the sixth angel poured out his bowl on the great river Euphrates, and its water was dried up to prepare the way for the kings from the east. This verse describes the sixth angel poured out his bowl upon the Euphrates River, resulting in its drying up. The previous bowl judgments had brought about the corruption or destruction of much of the water on earth, Revelation chapter 16 verse 1 through 4. However, this particular judgment focuses not on polluting or eliminating the use of water, but rather on removing an obstacle used for defensive purposes. It symbolically prepares the way for invading kings from the east. However, the Bible does not explicitly identify who these kings of the East are, leaving biblical scholars and theologians with differing interpretations. One prevalent view suggests that they symbolize the emergence of influential Asian nations, particularly China, as powerful players in politics and economics. Further prophecies in Revelation chapter 9 of verse 16 through 18 indicate that these kings from the East will command a colossal army of 200 million soldiers. Remarkably, this prediction made by John takes on even greater significance today, considering that during his time, the world's population did not reach such numbers. However, as we observe the present, China boasts an army exceeding 200 million, aligning with the Bible's foresight. Also, with all the situations, it's important to note that regardless of the precise identity of the kings of the East, they are portrayed as a formidable force in the end times. They will be engaged in the ultimate battles preceding the return of Jesus, including the momentous conflict in the Valley of Armageddon. Crossing the dried-up Euphrates River will be a critical part of their journey. The drying of the Euphrates River serves as a tangible fulfillment of biblical prophecy and a compelling sign that we must be prepared for the imminent return of Jesus. As emphasized in Matthew chapter 24 verse 44, "Therefore you also be ready, for the Son of Man is coming at an hour you do not expect." So what do you think of the Euphrates River drying up and the terrifying discovery that came with the lower water levels? Comment below your views and make sure to subscribe for more such videos.